with advanced dementia, like his father has. You can't help but wonder, are they still in there?
What do you say? Give me a wink.
Fortunately,
Give me a wink.
although his dad, Augie, can't communicate,
Look at that.
by all indications, he is aware.
What's that?
Beyond words.
Remember?
Augie Anjarami served in the Korean War, in an artillery unit. He was a combat medic, which may partly explain his recent behavior here at the VA nursing home on Long Island, New York. A few months ago, Augie started going into the room of this other veteran with dementia named Frank DeBella.
And I was like, what's this man doing?
Mary Rose Monroe is Frank's daughter.
Like, he'd rub his back, and then he'd walk away.
Just check on him, maybe like a medic would do as he made rounds walking around.
The kids agreed. It seemed like Augie was trying to care for Frank, like he was back in the war. And what's even weirder, Frank didn't seem to mind. The staff eventually moved the two men into the same room, and that's when John started putting the pieces together.
I was looking for something. I had this feeling.
He started with the pictures on Frank's bulletin board. He noticed something in the old shots, the buildings in the background. He'd seen these same buildings before. Here, in his dad's photo album.
And I stepped outside for a few minutes, and on the door it said Frank DeBella.
Frank DeBella?
Just flashed.
His dad had talked about a Frank DeBella. He was the cook in his unit.
He said Frank had a penchant for getting steaks and food that they normally don't eat.
Steaks?
Oh, yes. He loved cooking for the guys.
Apparently, Frank even brought steaks to the front lines.
Oh, is he smiling?
Cooks didn't have to go to the front lines, but Frank was no coward. Once he even got injured by a bomb blast. And guess who cared for him? Then and now.
60 years later, still checking on his guys.
They call Korea the Forgotten War.
Yeah.
But here are two people who remember perfectly.
They reach for each other.
And certainly, if they can remember, we should too. Steve Hartman, On the Road, in Northport, New York. That's